I have pulled 4 cards before the reading started, shuffled, and these are the 4 that came out. And I will talk about those in a minute, but first I want to bring up the October 1st new moon in Libra. This is a beautiful new moon, you guys. This is just really going to be lovely. It's about relationships because it's Jupiter is involved in this. And Jupiter went into Libra on the 9th. So Jupiter is expansive, and Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, of course, as we know. So a lot of the focus is going to be about personal growth, and personal relationships are really going to be emphasized, whether this is with someone you love or this is a business partner. It could even be a parent, or it could be, someone that's just really close to you in your life. Also, it's aspected by Neptune. This new moon, which is in Libra and has Jupiter in it as well, is aspected by Neptune. And Neptune has the personality of opposing logic. It really wants nothing to do with the concrete, tangible world, but it's the source of creativity and intuition, and it loves and enjoys time in the ethereal world, the spirituality, daydreaming. So really it's in higher octave of Venus, which rules Libra. So there's, as you can tell, a lot of enlightenment, spirituality, inner growth, outer growth. Beautiful new moon. So personally, the Libra ruled by Venus, aspected by Neptune new moon is about creativity. It's about enjoying finer perceptions and unconditional love, coming from the heart space, and idealism. So in relationships, we could ask ourselves, how is the best I can be in this relationship? Coming from the heart, how is the best way to communicate? And oftentimes when I'm talking to clients and they have an important conversation they need to have with, say, a parent, a boss, a spouse, a child, or children, I encourage people to imagine your eyes, which normally gives us perception of people, but imagine your eyes rolling down into your heart space. And this way, this will give you more of a sense of non-judgmental, not being in the ego state, because ego is really what makes us judgmental, right? The egoic state. So it drops all of that, allows you to come from the heart, expands your communication skills, and allows the other people to see you as non-threatening, or anybody else, when we come from our heart. And we can do this even at the grocery store. If someone's in line is rude, or the checker's not being kind, just give them some love from your heart, energetically, if nothing else, even if you don't want to communicate. But it's a great way to understand people, because we always, everyone always has a bad day. And I say always. Everyone has always been in line to be open to a bad day. We don't always have them, but it has happened. And sometimes we carry that energy with us around other people. And if we can really understand other people when we open our heart, because we've been there before. So hopefully we can relate to each other with spiritual principles and with the highest expression of ourselves. There's also a feeling of leaving the past behind, and any disappointments, any, money that didn't work out, any property that didn't work out, any limiting beliefs that have kept you back, relationships, and move forward past those. We're going to a much higher state of being. So really, Scorpio, there is a lot of inspiration in this new moon. And as I said, this is for Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. the spread that I'm going to talk about next. And if your rising or moon sign is different, then be sure and watch that too, because sometimes people will say they get as much or more insights from that particular spread. Like say if you're a Cancer rising or a Gemini moon or Taurus or Capricorn, Libra, whatever it is, you might want to take a look at those too. See what else is on the horizon for you. Okay, Scorpio, so the first card that was drawn is the Page of Wands. I really like this card. I love the Page of Wands in particularly anyway. The card always depicts a younger child, and he is imaginative. He's creative. He's very willful, but he stands in his truth about what he wants and what he believes and his creative inspiration. And you can see in the picture that he's around this sort of this grove or meadow, and he's left his donkey here, and he's creating magic in his imagination creatively. So for you guys that have brand new ideas about your work, about making money, about being creative, period. Maybe some of you are artists, or you are, you work with clay, or you are conceptually creative. In other words, you have an inventor's mind. Whatever it is, there's some new inspiration, new ideas that are coming forward. And I love that for you. Scorpio, starting off the beginning of October. The second card is the same as the Emperor card in traditional tarot. This one is called the Horned God. So as you can see, he does have on his horns, his antlers, and he has his animals around him. So this is very grounded feeling. This could be someone that supports you, that is an advisor to you, could be a mentor, could be someone you work for, a supervisor. Feeling very strong. They have strength in what they say and strength in how they talk to you and communicate with you. This also could be a Capricorn. This reminds me of a Capricorn. And Capricorns are they work hard. And as you can see, he's showing off his body. But they work hard and they're very good at what they do. So this could be someone that's supportive around you. Doesn't have to be a man, but it very likely could be, or at least have that energy of strength. It could also be someone that has passed on and they are on the spiritual, or excuse me, the ethereal side of life. They're in spirit world. And they could really be supporting you. So notice any, as I say, dimes, pennies, feathers, butterflies that are hanging around you, birds that are flying by, and you feel like they keep a stand near you. They want to take a stance near you. They're talking to you. Just be aware of that, because a lot of times in the spiritual world, insects, animals, birds can be of messengers of those we love and that have passed on. So pay attention to this support. This is either a physical nature, someone who very much supports you, has strength, or someone on the other side who's giving you strength. The third card of the month is the Seven of Wands. All right, so this card has come up a couple of times. And this is standing up for your ideas and your creative passions. I was talking here about the first card. This is the Page of Wands. So this may be that whatever idea or creative passion you have, or new idea, you're going to stand up for it. You're very practical about it. See how she has her hand on her hip? And she has each one lined up. And this is all of her expression. And she's very proud of what she has to say. So if you're in a company and you have something you want to say and you feel like it could be a benefit to others, I would encourage you to express it. Especially that since she handling the third wand from the top. And 3 in numerology means expression. So express your ideas, express your creativity. Let others hear you. Even if you haven't done that before, or if you have and it has felt emotional, you can do it in, like I said earlier, a very practical way. She's organized here. She has everything she needs. She has her foundation in place. You'll be heard. Okay, wow, Scorpio. I saw the spread. I saw this card when I first put the spread down, but now I'm noticing how really important it is to this particular reading. You have 1, 2, 3 wand cards. I can't remember which sign earlier, and they had 3 cup cards. So for them, it felt like a lot of emotional, coming from the heart stuff. This, for you guys, this is about inspiration. So I feel like, I was talking about that with this new moon. It's going to inspire you. And plus your birthday is coming up. And anytime the month before our birthday or the months before our birthday, we start working even harder. So it might be that you've been putting a lot into it. You've seen a lot of fruits of your labor. These are cherries. But also, this is the Ace of Wands. So this is victory and success around creative expression. Oh my, you guys, this particular month is very, very important. The month of October. And some of you will start having birthdays the last week of October. So it's very important for you to express yourself and your creative passions and your ideas. And if you're in a joint ventureship with other people or with another person, let yourself be heard, because there's victory and success around this. And she's facing this one. So she's saying, I'm going to be heard. I'm standing up for my ideas. And there is victory and success when I do so. So you've created this. You have someone who's supporting you. You're standing up for yourself, and there's victory around that. I'm going to pull a few clarification cards just to see what's been going on and possibly why these cards have come up. Here's one. Well, you have been working hard. So yeah, that accounts for why some of you have really been working pretty diligently. And he has his head down, but he's thinking, you know what? I have an idea or two too. And I want to be heard and make this happen. Then the Hanged Man comes up. And the Hanged Man is all about pausing, meditating, reflecting. And I feel like you've had time with your work to reflect on what's going on at work, or with your job, or with your business, or if you own a business. And now you're feeling inspired. That's awesome. And also, this is the card on the bottom. I wanted to pull this, the Ace of Cups. New love in what you're doing, new love in a relationship, just feeling like everything is heartwarming. It's making you feel good about who you are, your emotions. Wow. Okay, good. That's a beautiful card. Lots of water in it. So Scorpio, for you, your emotions and how that relates to water. There's also lotus flowers, so growth and expansion through your heart space. All right, I'm going to add the original 4 up numerologically for you. Here's the page. 1, 4 is 5, and 7 is 12, and 1 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. And this has come up a couple times too, so this must be really important as well. So in 4, numerology is about building a firm foundation for yourself. Any of you you know how houses are built. I give this analogy. When you build a house, you pour the foundation first, then the uprights, then the roof is, you do it to where there's sturdiness. And 4 is about doing that, building your foundation, being practical in a creative sense. so that you can make your life work for yourself. It's also about being in Mother Nature. So make sure that you do that. Make sure that you get into Mother Nature and enjoy the trees and the birds and all that I was talking about earlier.